First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Yahweh is to this world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is to this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashim means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Quadash means holy. That's on the Paleo Hebrew. Also, I want to give double honors to the outer bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. In today's video, I want to make a different video, but pretty much deal with the topic of the Israelite foreigners, right? Because the brother here, GMS Fruit of Knowledge Bayat, he posted a video saying Jake or fake, what say ye? Right, going into what looks like to be a Chinese Japanese person dancing, right, having the spirit, having that flavor, that salt. Okay, and he's saying, is that Jake or is that fake, right, of another nation, right? And the reason he says that is because you have to understand that uh, the Israelites, our people, our nation, that is not going to look like just so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native Americans, right? Israelites, we've been scattered through all four corners of the earth, and we're going to look like all the other nations, right? And through the Spirit, this is an Israelite, right? You can tell by the way I'm about to play this video, by the way he moves. He got that salt, he got that flavor, and that's something that's distinctive to the nation of Israel because we are above all nations, right? Let's read it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy God. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Right? So the Israelites are above all other people. Right? That's why you see them excel in basketball. Right? Who's the best in basketball? Jake. Israelites. Right? So-called black people. Who's the best in soccer? Right? So-called Latinos. Right? Who's the fastest runner? Right? Just a lineup of straight Israelites. Right? And you keep going down and down the line throughout all these sports, right? Entertainment industries. Right? Who's at the top? Jake. Right? And why is that? Because we are different, man. We're different from everybody else. Right? We are above all other people. Okay? And even throughout these other nations, right, you can just tell off the jump that, yep, that's an Israelite. Right? How can you tell? Because he's got that flavor. Right? And I'm going to play the video and get straight to it. You can see, man, right there. He's got that flavor. He's got that sauce. Right? And that's something that is very distinctive to the nation of Israel. Right? That's why they always say, yeah, hey, chicks always say, guys always say, yeah, I need a chick with flavor. Right? That guy, he moves like he's got some flavor, some sauce. Right? That actually goes back to the scriptures. Let's read it. This is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13. It says, Slakia. It says, "You're the salt of the earth," talking about the nation of Israel. "But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted?" Right, and that's going into how we've pretty much gone away from our heritage. Right, we've pretty much become like these other nations. Okay, and the law says the commandments is what separates us from everybody else. It says, "It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men." Right, but the point is that we are the salt of the earth. right? The seasoning, right? That flavor, right? That uniqueness. Okay, that's why it says, I think it's in Second Peter, or I'll get it. Peculiar. Let's get that scripture. This is Exodus chapter 19 and verse 5. It says, "Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then shall ye be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine." Right? So if we keep his commandments, we're going to be a peculiar treasure. Right? Let's see what that word peculiar means. Peculiar. Possession, property. Peculiar. Let's look on Google. Strange or odd, unusual, special. Right? And the way this guy dances, that's something special. Right? That you see among so-called Latinos, right? Negroes, Native Americans. Right? They just got something special about them that you can't put your finger on. Right? And the fact of the matter is that, hey, they're Israelites. Right? And you have to understand that this guy right here looks like he's an Israelite. And you know that because of the spirit, the way he's moving, the way he's talking. Right? For example, hey, we all know that one white guy, right, in the hood that acts just like a nigga. He acts just like a so-called black guy, right, with the slang and everything. Right, he talking like this, yeah, what's up, yeah, whatever imitation you want to use. Right, that guy in reality, he's an Israelite. Right, he just appears to be white because it's all about your forefathers. Right, for example, Blake Griffin is a perfect example of that. Right, it doesn't matter what you look like; it's all about your forefather. Right, Blake Griffin, he looks like a white guy. Right, he looks red. Right, but you search up Blake Griffin's father, right? Hey, that's an Israelite right there, right? So-called black man, that's an Israelite right there. But since he mixed with looks like an Edomite, he came out looking like that, right? White, so-called white. But in actuality, he's an Israelite because it goes back to your father, right? And let's get Revelation chapter 7 verse 9. That's why John said this when he saw the vision. It says, "After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb." Right? And this great tribulation, this great multitude, right, was pretty much the Israelites. Right? All the Israelites, we came from all nations, kindreds, peoples, and tongues, because we've been scattered. Right? That's why he couldn't recognize them, because they look like this. Right? They look like this guy right here. Right? They look like this guy right here. Right? They look like all nations, but we've been scattered. Right? But if your father goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are an Israelite. Right? And that's what you have to understand, is that we're not going to all just look like so-called black people. Right? We look like everything. And to prove the point, this is talking about the Israelites, you go into that word kindreds, goes into the Greek word phule, which means a tribe. In the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, the Israelites. Straight to the point. I love that. But let's get another one dealing with that. This is Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 9. It says, "Mine heritage." Right? What is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's heritage? The nation of Israel. It says, "It's unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour." Right? And it says that his heritage, the nation of Israel, is unto him as a speckled bird. Right? Now, if you search up a speckled bird, right, it's a bird that has multi-colors. Right? It has tons of colors. Right? He was going into how, hey, we look like everybody. Right? Speckled. Right? Multi-dimensional. Black, white, red, yellow. Right? We don't just look a certain way anymore. Right? We've been scattered everywhere, and we're ultimately, Salakia, something came across my mind. Ultimately, we look like all the other nations. Okay, and that's what a lot of people don't understand nowadays, is the mystery of the New Testament. Right? Why did Paul go to the so-called Gentiles to speak to them? Right? Why did he do that? The fact of the matter is that those Gentiles he was talking to were just Israelites that were in a Gentile state of mind, that were dressing like the Gentiles, that looked a certain type of way. Right? Actually looked like the Gentiles. Right? But hey, this knowledge is not given unto everybody. But going back to the topic of the video, hey, Jake or fake? Like we saw, it's looking like Jake. I just wanted to touch on that topic, that not all Israelites are going to be black. They're not gonna look like Latinos. Not gonna look like Native Americans. Hey, they're gonna look like this. They're gonna look like so-called white people. They're gonna look like so-called Arab. Right? It's gonna come in all facets because we've been scattered throughout the entire earth. Right? And that's all, man. Hey, that spirit. Right? This is a spirit you can't mistake. The way he hits those moves, the way he's teaching while hitting those moves, hey, that's particular to Jake. Right? You can just tell. Just like that white guy in the hood that acts black, hey, you can tell. Right? That's Jake right there. Just in a different it's with a different phenotype. But just want to make that video real quick. Hopefully this is edifying with that, and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honor to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to Allah, Shalom.